everybody, socalthero here. Welcome back to another flight here on my around the world trip in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to go ahead and be taking off here shortly. We are in, I believe it was called St. John is where we're at right now. And we're going to be heading over to Greenland today. Let me double check on that here. Yeah, St. John, St. Pierre, which is where we landed last time. And we're going to be going to Narsarsuaq Greenland. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but I tried as best as I could there. I'm gonna go ahead and get on board here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the luggage door closed, and I'm going to go ahead and close the door here as we get on. And as you can see, the plane has changed a little bit again. I've went with another custom livery that I found on flightsim.to here. So we're going to go ahead and put on our headset, and we're going to have them disconnect the GPU. And we're going to go ahead and get some oxygen in here, some air. Turn on our strobe lights so they know that we're going to fire the engine up here. So I've got a little bit to discuss here, especially considering the day that this video is going to come out, now that I've edited and uploaded the last like 4 or 5 videos for this. Go ahead and get our lights started here too. It's going to be a gloomy morning, it looks like, and it's a pretty long flight that's going to be mostly over the ocean there. Let you guys take a look and see. Going to be flying over the Atlantic here just to get to Greenland, and then once we get to Greenland, we're going to head to Iceland to get across this part of the ocean, and then finally we're going to get into Norway, and that's where we're going to make landfall into Europe there, and that is when the last time you'll see this livery is concerned for this plane, and something else too, but we'll go over that while we're in the flight here on our climb. I got my trim set already. Headset is on. I'm gonna go ahead and release the parking brake. I got a ton of fuel on my plane, so we're gonna be pretty heavy trying to take off here. I don't have my speed bugs, I just realized looking down there. So let's go ahead and activate those. So let's turn those on. Gonna be departing out on runway 34 today. So we're going to be departing over here. Altitude for the flight is 31,000 feet just because of the fact that how long the flight is and how far I have to go basically. And mostly being over the ocean, I figured I'm not going to be flying too low because you guys are not going to be tagging along for too long on this flight. Mostly be this takeoff here and the approach and landing when we get to Greenland there. So 31,000 feet. Oh, looks like there's a plane up ahead of us here. Hopefully we can still make our taxi. Which, speaking of taxi, I'm not sure how you taxi down to the other runway that we got to take off from. I think it goes through those trees over there, but that is not the taxiway. So we're going to have to actually cross a runway, it looks like, which there's a plane on it right now. Or we have to taxi back on a runway? I'm not sure. I guess we are. I guess we're doing it. This is probably not the ideal way, but we're doing it. Probably needed to cross over and taxi that way instead. I don't see any planes coming though, so I think we're okay there. We'll just taxi over here and line up behind that other plane. Oh, this thing's really having a hard time turning for some reason. Well, it looks like he's lining up to take off. And we will be next. Oh, I probably have too much power. That's why it was getting away from me the way it was. Yep, there we go. Wow, that's an aggressive climb in a commercial plane like that. Jeez. Alright, we're going to set the parking brake real quick. I just got to kind of check over our last few things there. There we go. And trim is set. I think it's aggressive. No, it's not too aggressive. Okay. So he is on his climb out. Oh, flap set. Take off. Gonna release the parking brake and just hold the brake. Alright, I feel like he's far enough away and clear that we can start parting out of here. Maybe get on the center line a little bit better. But yeah, gonna be a little bit of a longer flight. I think the flight time is 3 hours and 25 minutes. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a while till I get to Greenland. In fact, it is September 14th at 6:52 p.m. that I'm doing this flight. So yeah, it's gonna be a little later for me as well, in person, not just in game. All right, positive rate, gear up. We are over the next runway. I actually start making our turn. All kinds of nice green scenery down here. It's pretty nice to be looking at. Oh, with the sunrise in the background too. No, I gotta get a screenshot of that. Putting it in my scrapbook. So I take a lot of photos. I shouldn't say a lot. I take a few photos while in flight. And I kind of decide which one I'm going to use for my thumbnail for the flight. But I also keep all of them too, so that I can have a little scrapbook on. Oh, there's somebody right near me here. In fact, there's a couple planes right near me. But I keep a scrapbook kind of the flights and whatnot, just so I can kind of remember what it was like flying in these areas. Alright. Almost on the autopilot line here. The magenta line, basically. And we're still climbing out of here. Ahead and let off on some of that power just because I don't want to use too much of our fuel here. Getting into the soup. Being that it's going to be soupy, I'm going to go ahead and turn on some de-icing because I don't want to get to Greenland and then all of a sudden I'm having no flaps because they're all iced over. Try not to make my climb too aggressive, although the computer wants to do its own thing with it, it looks like. Oh, that looks so cool. I love when you go out over the clouds. Just something so peaceful about sitting this high up in the sky with very little you can see beneath you. So we're almost to 10,000 feet, which is usually when I break off and let the flight do its thing and bid you guys adieu, basically. So wanted to talk real quick. You're probably wondering like, hey, are you going to do any Flight Simulator 2024 content? And questions, yes. Obviously, with the date read that I said earlier, it hasn't came out yet because Flight Sim 2024 comes out in November. It's September right now when this recording is going on. Although, by my calculations, this recording will be out in November, based on the other stuff I got releasing on the same day and the prior flights. So, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up on the planning here, I'm going to do this flight and 2 other flights. The one into Norway, that's the reason why I spoke on it, before I switch over to Flight Sim 2024 for you guys. So, my plan of action is I'm recording today, it's a Saturday, and then next weekend I'm going to record the next flight, and the weekend after that I'm going to record the final flight that I'm going to have for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. In doing that, it should give me enough time to have some videos stocked up for you guys just before 2024 comes out. Now, this can all change where 2024 comes out and I'm starting to make a lot of content really fast, that I end up just pushing these out as quick as I can, but we'll see if that does come to be. But I wanted to have a few videos ready to go just in case I have issues with 2024, because, you know, it's a new game, new release. There's never a perfect release in the gaming world, it seems like, anymore. Seems like all games have an issue with the initial release date, with bugs and updates and fixes and whatnot. So I figured I'd do this on 2020. We get to enjoy 2020 for at least 3 more flights here before we convert over to the new game, where we'll have an avatar and we're going to be able to walk around and do all kinds of different things in the sim. That'll be a lot of fun to check out. And of course, with the new livery, the reason for the new livery, and I just realized it doesn't have a tail number, so it is what it is. The reason for the livery is because we're going to be going to a new region, and I'm pretty sure these next 3 flights I'm going to be by myself, just because I don't think the guys want to tag along when it's this long of a flight. I mean, 3.5 hours is a lot to be sitting through. The only person I've ever had that would do that with me is my buddy Stolple, that you guys know very well from this series. And I know he's working right now, so I wasn't expecting him to be able to tag along today. But we're at about 11,000 feet, still making our climb out of here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the autopilot on, let the plane do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and do auto throttle too, so the plane can control the climb rate, and basically take care of the climb so we don't stall out here by accident. I do have some stuff I have to do, some errands and some chores around the house that I needed to get done anyway, so I thought it'd be great to have a flight going on while I was knocking those out as well. So with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna do my insert again. These haven't been checked, or I haven't seen them since I first started doing them, to know what kind of reaction and feedback they get. So hopefully they're getting good feedback. If they're not, I do apologize. When the videos do start coming out and I can see it, the reaction, I will adjust accordingly. If you guys do like it, or if you don't, I'll stop doing it and maybe do something else. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching this video and tagging along with me as I head up to Greenland here today. Alright guys, we are briefly back here. I'm still out over the Atlantic. I still got quite a while till I get to my destination here in Greenland. I'm just off the coast of it here. I started my descent. We were at 31,000 feet. We have a lot of altitude drop here, so I'm gonna let the plane do its thing. I still got, it says universal time right now is 12:19, and we should be landing at 12:36. So I still got quite a while to go. I might have to make a few passes here to get low enough without exceeding speed, but we should be on the ground here momentarily. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and cut back out again, just so that way I can focus on getting the plane down quicker and getting it set up for our approach mode here. Alright guys, I am getting closer to the ground here. I'm not sure where the airport is still, but I have my altitude set to 3,000 feet. I'm at 12,000 feet right now. But yeah, I'm seeing land. We are in Greenland here, and it's very very white. It's not very green. It's very snow-like up here. So we're still descending here. I'm trying to get down to 3,000 feet. The next waypoint that I'm coming up to here in about 8 minutes wants me down to 4,000 feet. So we're going to just continue to let the plane fly us in right now. I still don't know what the airport looks like. Let me pull up the chart real quick. I think I have the chart up. Yeah, so we're going to be landing on runway 6 is where we're expecting to land. But I think we're going to be coming right at it from the angle that we're flying right now. So I'm going to have to look and see if I can actually see it on the map here yet. It's populated, which it doesn't look like it quite is yet. It should be right in here somewhere. So I'm going to leave that map. Actually, I don't think that's going to work. I was going to leave that map up until it populates in, but I don't think that's going to work in this case. Man, this is beautiful up here. Seen a lot of mountains, though. I'm a little concerned about flying down to 3,000 feet. I'm at 8,000 right now, and I'm still seeing a lot of hills. We're going to go ahead and adjust our rated descent here. We're not going to get down that low. At least that fast, anyways. I'm going to reset the baro here too, just so that way it's as accurate as it can be. It was about 12 in the afternoon, I want to say here, according to UTC time, so 12:30, so it must be really cold up here. I'm glad I de-iced everything when I could. Yeah, this is beautiful up here, though. And all the mix of snow and ground cover, it's pretty nice. Just a little hairy looking at all these clouds and wondering if I'm gonna be flying into a mountain or not. So we're gonna actually increase our altitude here. We're only gonna go to 7,000 feet for now. Luckily we've been maintaining speed right now, so we're not cooking our engines too. So when we did take off, it was a pretty heavy lift off here because we needed as much fuel as we could get. And yeah, we're at about halfway on our tanks just in case we run into any problems here. You know what? This hill is actually getting really close to me. We're going to actually climb again. Yeah, this mountain range was kind of coming a little too quick for me. This looks beautiful up here, though. This airport doesn't come up on my system as an arrival, too, so procedure-wise, I just have an approach, and that's it. So this is going to be pretty interesting when I try to land here, if I make it. I feel like I should be down over there on the right. Be a little bit safer than flying the way that I am. Oh, okay, so breaking through the cloud layer now. We're over that mountain, so I think we're okay there. Man, it's got to be cold up here. Okay, we don't need to continue to climb. I would say we're safe now. So we got 4 minutes and 20 seconds to be at 4,700 feet. So we're actually going to go ahead and start descending here. Again. And yeah, the block time on this flight was not wrong. It's been 3 hours and 14 minutes of recording. So yeah, plane's definitely been going for a while here. Obviously, I haven't been sitting through most of it just because it was mostly up above the clouds and over the ocean, but yeah, I just I watched the movie and I was doing some chores at the same time while I was letting the plane fly. Alright, we're still descending at a pretty good rate here. I'm hoping that the navigation is correct on the rated descent. Because, I mean, you could see it in front of me. I cannot see a damn thing. Okay, there we go. The airport is loading up. So runway 6 is right there. Oh, man. Okay, so as soon as we get over the water, we're going to need to be down pretty quickly. In fact, we already need to be down pretty quickly, but looking at the radar, we just need to get over this hill. Yep, there's still a mountain here. And there's the water. Oh, wait, no, that's a lake. Okay, we're still okay. Getting a little anxious right now. I kind of want to be a lot lower than I am already. I'm going to increase the rate of descent. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a missed approach here. Just because of how fast I have to come in and how high I am right now. Yeah, we cannot see. We're out over the water though right now. Yeah, here's the airport. We're about to hit it. I'm gonna activate. Oh, it's not gonna work that way. I don't think I'm set up yet for it. Okay, we're breaking through. There's the runway right there. Okay. So I'm actually gonna take over the plane. Whoops. We're gonna start turning around here so we can line up again for it. Some really low clouds up here. Do I have? Yep, I have that again. Trim is jacked up again. There you go. Alright, there's the runway. Man, I don't know how to get there with it visually looking the way it is. Like the cloud layer is so low, like man, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get in here. I almost need to change runways. Well, I'm going to try to get set up again. And I'm going to try to fly right at this thing. Let's see here. I see the airport beacon light. I'm gonna put my landing gear down. Let's test flaps. I don't have full flaps. Yep, they're iced over. Okay. I'm gonna have to eyeball this thing. Alright, the layer is thin enough towards the ground here. I don't like this because I'm gonna have to fly real low. But I think I can get there. The mountain is just low enough here to where I could be below the fog layer to have visual on the airport and come in and try to be as slow as I can be. So I'm gonna fly my way out a little ways here, and then I'm gonna come back around and try to land here again. Alright, I got the beacon. You see the runway. I'm way to the left of it though. I'm really fast too. I should have flew out a little bit farther, but I want to make this landing. Alright, we're going to cut some power. I'm going to deploy the flaps that I do have. This is a real small airport too, so not somewhere where commercial planes would be landing. It's not going to be nice like the ones that I've been landing on here. Do I haven't got poppies to look at? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Alright, we're out over the water right now. Need more power. Alright, a little less power. Oh man. I am really concentrating here. I kill all the power. Oh, look at that. The windsock is on the runway. Full flaps. Or whatever it could do. Oh man, that was a hard landing. This runway does not look like it's even though too. Woo! Alright, slowing it down. I cannot believe there's a commercial plane here. Oh man. As challenging as it was worth it. Look at how beautiful that looks over there with the trees and the snow. The low cloud layer. This is really pretty. Let me get back on the taxiway here instead of eye-gawking around. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Greenland. Go ahead and start cleaning up the aircraft a little bit. Yeah, I'm surprised to see a commercial plane here. That runway does not look commercial plane friendly. This airport doesn't even look like it. From what I remember, there's only like 2 parking spots on it too. So it's kind of a good thing I did this by myself because, well, actually the next flight, if a bunch of my buddies join in on the next flight, we might have a problem just because there's not going to be enough room for all of us to spawn. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to taxi, so I guess we're going to just taxi right here. This ground crew is loading them up right now. There we go. Set the parking brake. Make sure we get us to idle there. Yep, and flaps up. And let me go ahead and pull this up. So we're gonna go ahead and get the luggage door open. Gonna start opening our doors, which it's gonna be brisk out there. Go ahead and cut the engine here. Turn off all the de-icing. Turn off the strobe lights so they know we're not running the engine no more. And let's go ahead and shut down all of the oxygen and whatnot. Tell them to put some chocks on and the covers and protectors. And there we go. Oh, I need to put my headphones back. There we go. Now we can all board the plane. And it is really quiet up here because there's not much out here. But guys, that's gonna do it for this video of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. I'm really surprised I was able to make that landing. It was a lot of on the fly stuff, and it was pretty cool to be able to make that landing. I'm really glad to be up here in Greenland now, because it means the trip's moving along and we're about to hit Europe pretty soon, and then fly all through Europe, a little bit of the upper half of Africa, and then out east as far as New Zealand's concerned, and then back up through Russia and over to Alaska. So, and then finally on the way back home. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care.